Hello, it's a certain day of the week, and we're back for another Am I the Onion video. I haven't done one for a few weeks, but I love doing them, and this one already looks real juicy. So, let's go. Am I the Onion for sending my sister's father-in-law a lewd message and interfering with her married life? Oh, yes, it's beautiful. All right, well, I've got an embarrassing conflict that I'd rather not present to my friends. So I need the anonymous power of Reddit and all you judgment-giving strangers to help me out. We're ready. I'm here for it. Prepare yourselves. We've got you. I've got you. We'll take care of you. My sister, 28 female, got married last April. I, 25 male, have been hanging out with her father-in-law, Thomas, mid-40s ever since. It's not like we're seeing each other on the daily, just every other weekend or so. We grab drinks or just hang out at his home. Nothing nefarious. Still, I've never brought it up with my sister because it's never came up. Last night, we were hanging out like we usually do. I'm typically in charge of playing music for us, and Cybersex by Doja Cat came on the playlist I had queued up. Thomas was amused by the lyrics and was asking me where I found the song. It was a funny moment. We moved on. I left after a while. I see nothing wrong so far, you know, just a random song about cybersex. It happens, it can just come on, you know, it's a sound planned or premeditated. Clearly, that he's the DJ and Thomas loves him being the DJ, so. This morning, when I woke up, I sent him a text along with a link to the song as a joke. It turns out my sister and her husband were visiting at this point, and my brother-in-law was in the middle of looking at something on Thomas's phone when the message came through. Apparently, it caused a huge stir and resulted in the brother-in-law confronting his father about the whole thing. My sister called me later and asked why I was sending my father-in-law lewd messages or hanging out with him at all. I tried to explain the situation like I did here, that he and I grab drinks and catch up occasionally after finding things in common during her wedding weekend, but it hasn't gone well. I'm starting to feel guilty about the whole thing because she said I was interfering with her marriage life. I'm lost. Am I the asshole? Commenters said I should include that I'm bisexual here. Straight out of the gate? Is it weird for them to be hanging out together? Is the dad bisexual as well? Is the dad married? Did I see that with her father-in-law? It's not like we're seeing each other on the daily. It doesn't mention anything about that, whether he's married or not, or whether there's anything going on. I don't think there's a massive problem here. Let's find out. Something's not adding up here. I don't buy the fact that you and your new best friend forever who's 20 years older are just hanging out, drinking beers and listening to Doja Cat. Either you're leaving something out or father-in-law is up to no good. I'm not sure about that. I remember when I was in my 20s, I used to do loads of cycling stuff and I'd hang out with loads of guys in their 40s, sometimes older. Most men are still children, let's be honest. And it's quite easy to hang out with a guy way older than me. It's very easy to do it all. It's simple. It's not usual to have friends of different ages, but you are literally a generation apart. Your sister is right to be suspicious. No, not having that. That's not weird at all. The original poster has since added that he's bi and given the details of the text, and based on that, I'm definitely going the you are the asshole route. Even if father-in-law is single, this is completely inappropriate friendship for both parties. I'm not sure if I don't know if I agree with that. I used to go with a mate of mine who was almost 50. I was like 28 or something. He was almost 50. We used to drive down and watch these cyclocross races together, or he'd race and I'd drive him to the races and he'd drive me to the races. He had a daughter and like an ex-wife and stuff. I had a girlfriend. It was, I mean, granted, I wasn't seeing his daughter. He did have a very good looking daughter. That's not what I was hanging out with him for, but I'm not sure I'm buying into that. Tell me what you think about that. Is hanging out with someone way older than you a big difference? It's not breaking into the conversation of relationships with girl and boy or boy and boy in a sexual relationship, like if a 50-year-old guy is going out with a 20-year-old girl or something. That's a different conversation. But this conversation, friendship has an age problem? I'm friends with my mate's dad. He's 20-something years older, but I've always just seen him as one of the boys. When we hang out, it's just like hanging out with anyone else really, and we all get out of it each other's company. If anything, generation gap just makes our friendship more interesting as we share things that others isn't aware or hasn't experienced. I don't think there's anything weird about their friendship. And I think the people who feel the need to be suspicious about it is closed-minded and cynical. I agree with Danceman 2000. I don't agree with his name. It's terrible. But I think they're right. Original post said he would be down for something. He said he would be down for something? Where did he say be down for something? Where has he said he'd be down for something? I need to know these things. I don't see him saying anything about being down for something with his sister's father-in-law. I didn't see that bit. I mean, not a great idea and it's potentially get real messy, but if the original post has got daddy issues, yeah, well, we made it there. We got there in the end. Likes older dudes and he wants a young stud. It's their prerogative if they want to bang it out or not. Nothing illegal is happening, and who's to say whose feelings trumps who? I didn't say it was illegal, but it definitely puts his sister and her husband in the middle of it and uncomfortable. Okay, so if if they are trying to bang, it's not ideal, and it's obviously really annoying, but I don't really think it's putting their relationship in any kind of jeopardy. If that's something that's gonna put stress on their relationship and their marriage, then that's just a piss poor, weak marriage. It would be an awkward situation. It would definitely be awkward, right? There'd be no real way of saying it wouldn't be awkward. Oh God, you go to a family event and you hear them banging through the other door, your brother and your father-in-law are getting on, you hear them against the wall. Give it to me, Danny! No, that would be. But even so, we'll move on. The weird part isn't the age gap. It's the keeping it quiet because it never came up. How is keeping regular contact with your sister's father-in-law? You see, I never thought of it like that. That changes it, doesn't it? If they kept it a secret. Yeah, it's getting weird. It's getting weird. I like it when it gets weird. It's definitely getting a bit weird. Yeah, keeping it a secret, not telling anybody about it, that definitely makes it yeah. Okay, I'm getting there. How is keeping regular contact with your sister's father-in-law, i.e. actively visiting him at home regularly at this point where it's a normal routine, something that doesn't come up, that feels like something you have to consciously not talk about for it not to be relevant. I talked to him at your wedding weekend. We seem to have a lot in common and he seems great. Maybe I just talk to my siblings more, but I'd be surprised if any of them got a new close friend and I didn't hear about it, especially if it's something I don't know, because they are my in-law. My brother and brother-in-law are best friends and talk regularly. After they first met, my brother said, I didn't know he was cool. Do siblings not share this kind of thing? Well, that's interesting. I'm thinking of something completely unrelated. It's a little bit messed up. Leave me alone where I'm gonna take this. It's not my fault. So if I'm going out with this beautiful girl, I'm single forever, and she's wonderful and she's great and I love hanging out with her. We've been together for years and years and years, and I meet her brother. Her brother's great and I get along with him really well. That's because he's basically her, but he's a boy. So everything I fancy about her and think's really hot about her, I also see in him. Maybe not the attraction of who he is, but he probably still looks a lot like her. I'm taking it to a weird place. I'm not saying I'm gonna bang a brother, but
I'm gonna bang a brother.
for all the reasons I like her, I also kind of like him. But we're not gonna bang. Unless she fucks me around, okay? Because
I will bang her, bro.
moving on. Did you originally start hanging out with your mate and his dad together for a while, or did you suddenly start up a friendship without your mate's knowledge? Context matters here. Yeah, I think once you reach a certain age in life, aka like me, 74 years old, it's very easy to be friendly with any generation. Apart from teenagers. They don't count. They're not real humans. They're like weird little robot things. I don't know what the age is, but I know younger 20-year-olds who are effortless to hang out with, very mature, more intelligent than I am. And then I know some 20-year-olds who just come across as 12-year-olds. So it's weird. I don't know. Not in a specific situation for a moment because it's a bit extra. What's unusual about having friends who are significantly different ages? My best friend is 10 years older than me, and a very good friend I made through work has been working at our company almost as long as I've been alive. Now this makes me think of Zips and Dread. For those of you who are from the stream and know my moderators Zips and Dread. Dread is like 50 and Zips is like 21 or something, and they play computer games all day, every day together. And it's really weird. But it just works for them and they get on really well. Despite the massive age gap, they both still have the mental age of a small child. Zips is like insanely good at games and Dread is insanely sweaty at games, so it kind of works really well together. Age gap friendships are possible, but in this case, father-in-law is literally twice original person's age. It's not a... I suspect is downplaying the age difference, since father-in-law would have had to be in his teens when his son was born to be in his mid-40s now. This guy's, I feel like he's like gaslighting himself at this point. You're the asshole because you mentioned in a comment that you would be down for stuff between... Where did he say this comment about him being down for stuff? I need to see this comment. Where is he down for stuff? We found it. I don't know that it matters that you're bi. Are you into him? Do you think he's into you? I'm not totally against the idea of something happening. He's a handsome, mature dude who has his shit together. Nothing much is currently going on, though. And there we have it. We found the most important comment in the entire thing. It's a small sentence, but it's very easy to garner so much. He's handsome. He's attracted to it. Mature dude. He's got daddy issues. I don't know if you like older people who got daddy issues. We're signing off that they do. And he's got his shit together. Another good reason for going out with older people. And he young ladies out there who would like to get involved with a handsome, more mature dude that absolutely doesn't have his shit together, please be in touch with me. Nothing much is going on, though. This is the problem. Nothing much. What is nothing much? What's the difference between nothing and then nothing much? Where does it change? Where's the line? The lines are all blurry. Nothing much is going on, though. We just hold hands now and again. I just licked his butthole. And that's it. You know, nothing much is going on. I just wet my little finger and shoved up his nostril. Nothing much is going on, though. I just took his socks off of his feet, stuffed his sock into my mouth, and then rubbed my ass up on his hip. What is nothing much? What is nothing much? So he currently means he wants something to happen. He's interested in something to happen. It got weird. Does it make him the asshole because he wants to bang his sister-in-law's dad? Does that? What are the moral complications of wanting to bang your sisters or your brothers? Is there anything wrong with it? Is it anyone's business? Do you have no concept of boundaries? This is your sister's life and in-law. What is wrong with you? There are millions of men out there and you go for her father-in-law? Seriously? You don't think it would be weird for her if you end up with him? You'd be brother and oh, wait. Of course. It's a direct family relation. Of course it'd be weird. They literally married and father. Oh, God. I'm gonna have to delete this whole video because I didn't think of it. It's roll tide. This entire time, it's been roll tide and I didn't realize. Of course it's weird. Yeah, it's weird as hell. It essentially means that her brother would also be a brother would be a father and a father would be the two dads, the father-in-law's boyfriend. Oh yeah, my father-in-law's boyfriend is also my brother. Yeah, it's weird. Cancel it. Imagine the Christmas cards being sent out. Oh, no, it's weird. It's weird. It's wrong. Downvote. I didn't think about that. It's not like you're just banging your mate's dad. It's actually your husband's father. Yeah, it's terrible. Terrible. No matter how hot your cousin is, don't. Yeah, even you, Roll Tide, don't do it. I need to reassess life. I didn't put two and two together. What did the message say? I feel like it's an important detail. Text said, morning. Putting this on this AM and thinking of you, lol. Oh my God! This guy has been gaslighting everybody the entire way. You don't send that message to someone you're not trying to fuck. I didn't. Morning. Putting this on this AM and I'm thinking of you, lol. Thinking of rubbing my butt on your hip because that's what I'm into. Oh, this was a good one. It took me a while to really pick up what was going on, but I got there in the end. And it's, maybe it would be nice to have a dad-in-law and to have a stepdad-in-law. 3 dads. And one of them happens to be your brother. What a time to be alive. If you enjoyed the video, like it. Leave a comment below and tell me if you would be interested in dating your sibling's father-in-law. And gaining yourself a stepdaughter-in-law who's also your sister. I mean, it sounds great. See you in the next one.